Hello, party people of the world. Danny and Evan on the first cut. What's up, Evan?
Hey.
What's good?
Everything.
All right. We're here today with post-rock. Gonna waste no time getting into it. Our artist is Crik. The album behind Hidden.
Crick.
I'm gonna kill you. Hidden Behind Leaves, and the first track, My Plague. This artist is Serbian. It's pretty cool. It says musician wannabe based in Serbia. One-man band creating music that allows you to travel places that don't exist. And I really like, too, if Evan will allow me to read the little bio we got down here. Evan.
Yeah. I like that bio a lot. It really sets the stage. I think it's actually really inspired.
If you're able to read it, you can read it if you like.
Yeah, it's pretty tough because my eyesight is getting worse.
I can definitely read it.
Next year I'll be in my 70s.
Yeah, I was gonna say late 40s, but yeah, you really took it there.
Okay. This album tells a story of a few years of my life. Each song is a separate event that changed me as a person. Album name is a translation of Japanese word
Hagakure,
which is a name of the book by Yamamoto. I can't read
I think it's Tsunetomo.
The book is a collection of stories and memories of the author, just like this album. Henceforth, the idea of naming the album. I feel like
Hidden Behind Leaves.
Like my daughter reading this.
I mean, I can continue if you'd like.
Yeah, go ahead.
With many various influences ranging from post-rock and electronic to classical music and instruments ranging from Japanese taiko drums to electric guitars and synths, the album itself is a compilation of many different and maybe at first glance uncombinable sounds. Every song has the title translated to Serbian, my mother tongue, in order to give my beautiful language tribute, even though just in titles of my compositions. Here I am with the mind depicted by sounds. Enjoy. So I really like this shit. I'm not going to try and read the Serbian titles, despite the fact that I do think that's very cool. Like this one, yeah, I can see, it looks like it says Moja Kira. But yeah, as we start getting a little further, I'm starting to see characters that I'm not familiar with. So I don't want to embarrass myself or potentially misrepresent this handsome fellow's mother language. I think that would be very rude.
I like the humility too. I gotta say, musician wannabe based.
Oh yeah,
I feel like that's how I would refer to myself too.
Very cool, man. I'm into this music. Well done. 9 supporters, and the album is Name Your Price. So if you're like, this is pretty nice, no excuse. Get on there and fucking buy it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's very nice.
And see, I love like the idea of setting the stage with a bio like that.
I do too. Yeah.
Because honestly, that really gives like some very necessary context to the work. Before you consume it. It's one thing, if you want to be someone who's just like, oh, well, the work should speak for itself. But you know what? It doesn't speak for itself. I think the best work should really have some kind of contextualizing, something under it that especially when we're talking instrumental music, which I don't know necessarily this is instrumental. But you're hearing the guy talking right now. Yeah, but sounds more like
predominantly
like a clip or something.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it is probably almost exclusively instrumental. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about that very last statement, which I'll circle back to. But overall, in general, I do think it's very nice to contextualize the things, because while I definitely do think that music it can very much speak for itself, and sometimes it's very nice to just put it out there and have those feelings and those vibes out there and allow people to dissect nothing but that. It can definitely be much more complicated with instrumental music, which I don't think is innately a bad thing. But yeah, I would definitely say too, like in in music that's more calm, that can be kind of rough. Although I would say this music is definitely more compositional than you would see a lot of post-rock get to, which of course not only do I enjoy, but I think kind of takes aback that point. I think it does kind of speak the message a little better. But you know.
And then actually makes me kind of interested to like read the work by the fellow he talks about.
Oh yeah, Yamamoto Tsunotomo,
which is really cool.
Yeah, dude.
Because he's shouting out someone else's work, and we're shouting out his work, and then someone's going to shout out our work, and then it's going to be like Russian dolls.
Right. Russian nesting dolls, those little things.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I like that a lot. I like the idea of like, I'm really into like conceptual art. I like the idea of like a piece of art, like having a very like a visible story that adds an extra dimension to it.
Right. What do you think of these metal drums?
I like them.
Very nice.
I don't know if I'm crazy about like the drum tone,
yeah,
but
I know what you mean.
But
well, I think the whole album, like the whole vibe, is kind of lo-fi, which is not a bad thing. It's just different.
Reminds me of like Morning Rise era Opeth, like really,
yeah, exactly. Which, by the way, I think is a phenomenal Opeth album. A lot of people shit on it. I think it's pretty good. Yeah.
See, I really enjoy this music. Actually, I think it's really neat. Like the very soft guitar tones and like the little choral thing in the back. There's also a lot of like electronic instruments that I think sound really cool, little synth stuff.
Right.
And I like it a lot. I think that maybe production wise, maybe if I were calling the shots, I might do it a little bit differently. But hey, that's just because I'm one of those engineering production types. So hey.
Sure.
But
rude.
I think it's beautiful.
I'm kidding. Yeah, it is very good.
1 out of 10.
What's Serbia like? I don't know anything. Well, nothing, but I don't know much about Serbia. I wouldn't mind seeing Serbia someday. What's Serbia like?
Yeah, it's embarrassing, but I don't even know if I could point out where that is on a globe.
I don't think I could either. But I mean, I like the idea of just seeing like all like parts of the world. I like seeing things that I've never seen before. It's my biggest thing. Even if it's a matter of just like driving a few miles and seeing something I've never seen before, I'm a big fan of that. But yeah, certainly I really like the idea of going to places in the world that I've absolutely never been. And that's one thing too, like I've been thinking about kind of a lot recently is how I think we as greater Pacific Northwesterners really take for granted the scenery and the greenery that we have here.
Oh my God! Just on the drive to your place, like
yeah, dude,
it's like seeing the mountains just shrouded in fog, like all the trees, with dying leaves and the dead branches, and it's so beautiful.
Yeah. Well, I went out with the gal the other day because she just somewhat recently moved here from California.
He's an incel. He's lying.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, what can I say? I recently listen to me. I was trying to think of things that she's never done, and being like, yeah, let's do something you've never done. And I had originally been like, have you ever been to Deception Pass, Fort Casey, Bellingham? Portland, but that's more of like, we've been seeing each other for a while kind of trip. But one thing that I thought of the other day was I said, have you ever been to the Cascade Mountains? She said, no. And I was like, well, we should totally go, because from where I live, the mouth of the Cascade Mountain Range, just outside of Diablo, Washington, is only really about, somewhere around an hour and a half away, which may sound like a good while, but it's an incredible drive. Really, really beautiful drive. And then just, getting into the magnificent Cascades is just really something. And I've been there before, but it's always like you see new perspectives that you've never seen before. I took some pretty cool pictures. And then, of course, I think of just even like that. That's got to be a modicum of going to like Serbia. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm, that's the whole different part of the world.
Yeah. Well, it's like, if you go to Alaska, where I was born in Alaska.
No one cares.
Yeah.
It's like if you go to the fucking Everglades in Florida, very, very different.
Florida's a conspiracy.
Yeah, it should be, for sure.
But you go to Alaska, and it's like, of course you have Anchorage, which is obviously the most populated city in the whole entire state, which is like, you look at the state as a whole, and it's like mind-blowing that the habitable zone is like 0.05% of the state. And then,
really? Don't answer it.
My phone doesn't go silent anymore. It's broken.
Yeah.
If you're in if you're in Anchorage, you can like look to all directions basically, and I guess particularly north, and you just mountains. It's mountains everywhere, and it's just like you're completely surrounded by mountains, and there's always snow on the mountain. It's amazing. It's I imagine that. I really don't know what the geography of Serbia is, though, actually, honestly.
I have no idea. I'm going to Google it after this. I'm very fascinated.
That'd be nice.
Yeah. This individual is from Belgrade, Serbia. I want to go to Serbia now. That'd be cool. Maybe we'll meet Mr. Crik. Why do you fucking insist on being wrong?
You can go anywhere you like.
Rough, Crick,
stay as long as you like.
I'm gonna stare at the crick from my roof. Woof woof.
Oh man.
Have me a natty light.
Yes.
Fucking dickhead. Yeah, man. What are parts of the world you want to go to? We talked about the country a few episodes ago, but like parts of the world you want to go to.
I guess ones that are like high up on the old list. Great question. Let's see.
Japan. I know that's one for me, but that's one that we share. That's the only reason I could think of it.
Yeah, Japan big time, especially like northern Japan, Hokkaido.
Yeah, very pretty. I've seen pictures. I mean, like, and the pictures are pretty.
Yeah. So, let's see.
I've been thinking about going to Palawan. It's in the Philippines.
Interesting.
You have a buddy that lives in the Philippines. He said he'd put me up.
Interesting. He said that he would have you for dinner. Is that what he said?
No. No, it's not what he said.
I think there's plenty of places in Europe I would love to go back to. I'd actually really love to go to like Eastern Europe. I for a long time I've actually wanted to go to like Hungary.
Okay.
So I think I maybe go to like somewhere in Hungary.
Like Budapest?
Yeah. That's likely. Or surrounding areas. Because I definitely like to see, because I'm not a city folk. I'm not a city man at all. So, I mean.
What did you think of Paris?
I really like Paris, but I think in retrospect, I would have spent part of my time in Paris and then part of my time way away from Paris, because it's the big cities are not representative of like just the general constituency of the place.
Country, yeah. I wouldn't mind, for a very, very long time, I told myself, like, man, I don't want to fucking go to France. And I don't know what made me feel that way so harshly, but I really admire the idea of going to France now.
Yep.
As an old man.
I'd love to go to the south of France. I think would be remarkably beautiful.
I'd love to go to England. I know you just made this point to be like cities, but I'd love to go see London sometime.
Well, I'd gladly go back to London. London's amazing. It's such a different kind of city because it's so incredibly huge. I mean, it's fucking enormous. Sure. I mean, it's an absolutely huge city, and so there are parts of the city that are like quaint little villages. Like they're not like. It's not like every part of the city is just like a bustling nightmare. Yeah. I think. But yeah, if I went back to England, I think.
Manchester.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to see Manchester, or Liverpool, or even really
like these Wales.
Yeah, I'd go to Wales. I would
go for it. I'd love to see Sweden,
or like the Isle of Man or something.
Yeah. I would really like to someday to go visit my cousin and his family in Rwanda, which I know is like not typically like a where do you want to go, Rwanda? People are like, oh yeah, no, that's the place what most people say, but I would like to. They seem to really enjoy it. They're farmers over there, if you can believe that. But I definitely would say I don't want to share my cousin's experience that he recently had of coming face to face with a wild gorilla. That would probably terrify me. I don't think I really want to do that.
You just gave him a little smooch on the nose.
I really doubt it because his head is still on his body. I'm pretty sure if you directly approached a gorilla, like I get that they're particularly docile for wild animals, but I'm pretty sure if you just went, yeah, I'm just gonna like come up to this thing anyways, it would grab your ribs and rip you in half.
You in two?
They are much bigger than people. Mm-hmm. Are you correcting me to say that like it couldn't rip you in half because there would be more than one half?
No, I'm just being obtuse. Yeah, I'd really love to go to Egypt, ancient Egypt. So
yeah,
I'd have to
Egypt
go back in time
cool.
too. But no, realistically, I would love to see like.
You can go visit when you visit Serbia.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. The world is amazing.
I'm trying to think. My cousin, a different cousin, my cousin works in he designs amusement park rides, and he does it all over the world, and he's talked a lot about places in the Middle East and like what you would expect and what to unexpect and certain things about the Middle East that are very fascinating. And it's really upsetting me because I'm drawing a blank on the places that he's talked about, and like he's like, you know, I would really recommend going here. And I think he said, and I'm not saying this is like representative, but I think he said he went to Bolivia and it was really nice. I can't remember though, but I don't know. It'd be cool. Maybe I'll talk to him about going to some places in the Middle East. Mm-hmm. It's my cousin Neil.
Yes.
Evan, you about ready to move on?
Yeah.
Well, this has been a real treat. Thank you so much, Crick /Crick Creek. Keep them high and tight. Big fans of the music. Go support this album, would you?
Trolls.
What?
There's a character from Trolls.
I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah.
On to the next pick. Okay, people.
Aphex Twin.
We're really going to pull that back a week, huh? Aphex Twin. I shadow dance. Anyways, our next pick, we have Dream Sequence by Rory Sample, RS. Also, I'm guessing Little Blue. And it is a very short pick, so we're probably going to be pretty in and out of this one, but let's go ahead and start with in. And then the thing ends with out. That was actually not an intended pun, but hey, nice. Here we go. So, you know. What?
Shout out Edmonton, Alberta.
Yeah, true.
I've wanted to go to Edmonton, actually. Yeah. Sometimes. Sometimes I want to go.
Listen to me. This one's pretty quiet. So it's mainly looped and it's just some guitar stuff. It's very, very nice. It's not like super standard post rock, but yeah, it's really nice. It's different. It's semi-unique. I appreciate it.
Well, I think even the first one wasn't. It was like more atmospheric.
Yeah, almost kind of like soundtracky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, it's a cool thing. I also really love representing the LGBTQ community, and we are doing that with this artist. What's up to the LGBTQ up in the Canada?
Rural. Ooh.
What did you say to me?
Rural Alberta.
Yeah, true. Alberta's cool.
Alberto.
Listen to me. Yeah, man. That's where it's at. Alberta.
Yeah, so it's nice to have some contemplative,
That's a made-up word.
gentle music.
That's a made-up word, too.
Such as this.
All words are made up.
Did you know music is made up? Get it?
Oh my
Because you
god.
make it.
Oh my god, no. No.
Yeah.
I'm about it. I really like it. It's very peaceful and serene.
Yes.
Shut up. Try to listen to the music.
Okay.
You may speak if you like to. That was very mean of me, but it was kind of funny.
Reminds me of oh goodness gracious.
Reminds me a little of Mogwai. A little bit.
Reminds me of an artist who I really like and whose name I can't think of at the moment.
Good job.
Which is fucked up.
Steven Spielberg.
It's an artist who works with sun.
Is it sun?
No. But I'll think of it later.
Is it moon?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. So another really phenomenally low supported artist. Just a couple of supporters with well, that was unexpected. With a name your price digital piece. Like if you're into it, I mean, come on, get on it, you know?
Well, yeah, I mean, I like this, like, especially with this crazy feedback thing that's going on. It's like it's more like electroacoustic, ambient than like post rock necessarily. Because I mean, I won't lie, I'm not a fan of post rock at large.
What?
Yeah, that's
I knew
illegal.
that. I like post rock a lot.
Post rock is illegal.
I like Hammock. I like Moonlit Sailor. I like
Sailor Moon.
Pervert.
You know Sailor Moon is lit?
Like a candle. I'm so lit right now. Have you heard that song? Have you been subjected to that?
Well, yeah.
Yeah. That absolute phenomenal song by oh god, what was her name? Sydney Applebaum?
Portier.
Sydney Poitier. I don't remember her last name. Sydney something for sure. Yeah, no, that was really truly the Friday of her career. And by that, of course, I'm referring to not Rebecca Black, but Ice Cube.
Yes, right. Ice Cube is the one that melts if you leave him out of the freezer too long, right?
Ice Cube is the one who said, fuck the police coming straight from the underground.
And I quote.
And I quote, no more because I'll get in trouble. No, Ice Cube is great. Still is great.
Yes. God, I really want to think about that artist, though. I have to look it up.
Fine.
Or else I'll be dissatisfied. It's like, oh, I really want to recommend this artist.
Make a habit.
It's just that I can't remember his name. So, good recommendation.
Right. No, yeah, totally. I think I'm gonna buy like a little foot locker that whenever we start these recordings in the future, I'll be like, all right, phones away, turn them off.
Yeah.
I really like this. It's all scratchy.
It's like lowercase, like the genre lowercase.
Could you, by the way, please not put your dirty walking on the feet paws on my couch?
Walking on the feet?
Walking on the street. I did say walking on the feet, though. Who are you looking for again, by the way?
Hold on.
Okay, sorry.
Don't worry, I almost got it. Almost. It's like coming to me. Like, here it is. Let's see. Artists. Let's see. I like that.
Yeah, me too.
It's almost like a splash. It's almost like if anyone's like listened to King Crimson's first album.
Nope, no one has.
Moonchild.
Yeah.
The song. After the song kind of ends and the free improv free improv part starts up.
Parts up.
And O'Reilly Auto Parts. Sponsor us or fight us.
Sponsor us or fight us.
It reminds me of like that section, and I love that. I just love I love music that it's like beautiful harmonically, but like it's just free and like there's no like, oh, it's got to be set to a time signature or a tempo or something.
Yeah, true.
It's just free, man. I just love free music.
Yeah.
So
I love free music. I love music so much when it's free, especially this album is free.
Mm-hmm.
So go buy it. I mean, technically, it's name your price, so it's free unless you wanna. But it's a good artist.
This might be another like one of like a list like last week. It's gonna be like how I couldn't remember Aphex Twin, and then so it's gonna be like I'm gonna remember it for the next one.
Yeah, true. Next week is Christmas. Isn't that crazy?
Next week is Christmas. Yes.
Yeah,
that's true.
I think we're in Hanukkah right now. I don't really celebrate religious holidays very much. I mean, I do because like everyone else does in that way where like I can't really tell my family like to fuck off. I don't like Christmas. So like, you gotta... This is how my family talks. Everybody in my family. You gotta celebrate Christmas. You gotta celebrate Christmas. You gotta celebrate Christmas.
Yes. Oren Barchi.
Okay. So it's kind of inescapable, but
Oren Barchi. Listen to Oren Barchi.
All right. Yeah, Christmas. Christmas is coming up. What'd you give me for Christmas, Evan? It's nothing. I know it is. Don't worry about it. It's okay. I've come to accept it. Don't worry. Yeah.
Kills himself.
You probably shouldn't joke about that, but anyways.
Yeah.
Christmas time is here. I hate Christmas music.
I love Christmas music, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Name one of their albums.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
I think my favorite Christmas tune is White Christmas by Irving Berlin.
Yeah, could you sing it?
Because I sing it. I think it's just beautiful.
Could you sing it?
Could I sing it?
Will you sing it?
I'll sing it like Bing Crosby.
I'm dreaming.
What the fuck?
That's Satchmo.
Yeah,
it's not the same guy.
No. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas just like the ones I used to know.
Sweet.
Yeah, love it.
Do you ever find your pencils that you accuse me of stealing, by the way?
Yes.
Good.
Yes, because I stole yours, and then when I brought them home, I was like, oh, here they are. They were in my hand the whole fucking time.
Get your life. Asshole, this one.
No, I didn't find the pencils.
Oh, good.
Which is lame, because, you know, homework.
Oh, yeah.
I'm in high school, by the way.
Yeah. Your daughter's homework, not yours.
Yes.
You do homework sometimes for this list. These lists. You did not do any homework for this list. I did.
These lists, Listerine.
I like Listerine. I like when my mouth feels clean on the scene. I'm not gonna try and freestyle like you did. I've only ever maybe freestyled successfully like twice. I'm not out here to talk about Eminem's life. That's a classic. Oh, so familiar. Oh, so familiar.
I like this a lot. It like really like this hits a nail on the head to me of like an actual dream sequence.
Yeah.
It's just this is fucking great.
Yeah, all her mothers alone.
Because you know something like this is so ambiguous in its
oh yeah.
in its just I guess in its delivery. It's not DiGiorno. Sponsor us.
Totino's, sponsor us or fight us.
Sponsor us or fight us.
Wouldn't that be great if they made that their new slogan? Totino's Pizza, here, sponsor us or fight us.
Yes. Go over to my house if you want to see a pizza roll. Oh. But yes, it's a very dream sequency thing. So I think of like a dream. I think dreams are like so. Like dreams very much tend not to have any structure whatsoever, and they can seemingly be like very long or very short.
True.
And that's how I feel about this. It's like truly dreamy.
Yeah.
It's not like, you know, your typical like dream pop or something. It's like, oh.
Well, I really like the way that it kind of like just comes in and out too. Like that's a big thing that like you not never, but almost never really see that in music. And I mean, you'll hear it with like certain like sounds, but there's still like undertones and things that are existing. But this is like sound, silence, sound, silence. Mm-hmm. It's pretty cool. Know what I mean?
I love it.
Do you know what I'm saying? Yes or no?
What is the band called?
The artist, their name is Rory Sample.
Rory Sample.
Yeah, also known as Little Blue. Fucking better get your life.
Interesting. Oh, Little Blue is Rory Sample writing music inspired.
Yes. Post-punk, dream pop, fantasy worlds, and growing up like queer in rural Alberta. God. Better get your whole life.
I wonder, Little Blue or, you know, Rory Sample, do you have like fantasy literature? Fantasy work? I love fantasy.
Or, alternatively, do you have fantasy literatures that you are interested in?
That works too.
Yeah, dude.
I'm into recommendations. What you got, Little Blue? Love it.
Yeah.
And this kind of like music makes me kind of want to like write fantasy. I like writing fantasy. I like fantasy.
Yeah, write you a fantasy LT.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, but I just suck ass at writing though.
Yeah, true. You do kind of suck at most things.
Mm-hmm. Especially being a father.
Yikes. I mean, I wasn't going to say anything.
I wasn't going to say anything.
Yeah. Evan has had in his lifespan 9 children, 2 of which have matured to the point of adolescence.
Yeah.
That's not true.
No.
I know I need to clarify because somebody's going to be like, holy shit, really? No, not really.
Yeah, it's tough becoming like a big celebrity because like you got to like make sure that this kind of shit doesn't
affect that?
Doesn't affect that. Well, about my reputation. You. My reputation.
I'm glad it's working out for you. It's not working out for me so much.
Yeah. So.
Do you think you're about ready to move on?
Hey, I mean, it's appropriate. I mean, we're getting pretty close to rounding this little dream sequence out.
Yeah, bro.
And I think it's been a very satisfying musical experience.
Yeah, man. You know what I mean?
And shout out Edmonton.
Shout out to Edmonton. Shout out to Alberta. Shout out to my homie Jesus, my main man Jesus, doing it up in the Sky,
but not British
Mall
Columbia
store. Why?
We're at war with British Columbia.
Why do you not like British Columbia?
Because we're at war. There's a war.
All right.
I'm just kidding. We love British Columbia too.
Yeah. Well,
we love Vancouver.
I really love that you keep putting words in my mouth.
Victoria, or is Victoria considered British Columbia?
Victoria is considered British Columbia. Do you know the island that Victoria is on is called? It's also the island out of which Nanaimo is on. It's Vancouver Island.
Vancouver Island.
Vancouver Island. All right, people. We'll be right back. Love you. I'm going to miss you. I miss you so much. I miss all of you, especially you, the listener right now who's currently listening. Yes, specifically you. Bye.
Jim, put your socks on.
All right, Jim. I hope you got your socks on because we're about to blow them off, motherfucker. Our third pick today is maïak, I believe. A lie we don't believe anymore. We're going to start with the first track, which I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce. This band is from Switzerland, Geneva specifically. I'm not very familiar with your town, but I am very familiar with its conventions.
Mm-hmm. That's funny.
Yeah.
I'm very familiar with their army knives.
The ones from Geneva?
Yeah, I think that's what they call them. Geneva army knives.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of Geneva cheese, Geneva chocolates. I hear Geneva banks are kind of in vogue.
Yes. That's funny as fuck.
I just swallowed a bunch of nails.
Fingernails?
No. More like hard tacks.
No new taxes. I'm trying to cringe you fucking... I'm trying to kill you by making you cringe.
It's working.
That's part of my shtick. This is pretty cool so far.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Ooh. Ooh.
Tried to tell you.
Ooh.
I can read some of the names of the tracks that follow, though. I just have no idea how to pronounce this one, but the next ones are pretty cool. Track 2, The Gasoline and the Match on a Glad, Beautiful Spring Day. Track 3, Now Watch This Drive. Track 4, The Light Footprint of a Predator Hellfire. And then track 5, I also cannot read. It's Ayuwoki. Have you petted any good dogs recently? I really need to know that. Evan, please stop ignoring me and answer the question. Evan, answer the question, Evan. Evan, answer the... Okay.
Yeah, certainly. I definitely have.
I really love the name of their last album, which I'm also looking and seeing that it took them 4.5 years between album releases, which is very fascinating.
They forgot to hit the send button.
Yeah, I guess so. Their last album was A Very Pleasant Way to Die. I'm into it. I'm into that big, dark, nihilistic commentary, man. That's my fucking bread and butter. When I write music, when I write anything, typically that's where I'm going from. Going towards, I should say. I really want to read their bio, so we're going to do that. I'm assuming maïak is the way you pronounce your band name. I hope so. Delivers, not that, I just hope that I am correct, is what I mean. Of course, apologies if I'm not. maïak delivers a dark and powerful post-rock that evolves between tenuous melancholy and chaotic blast. Excuse me. They all share a penchant for long, slowly fluctuating and ascending compositions and a fondness for saturated tube amps when it comes to make a point. Their music somehow always manages to catch the listener by surprise and unleash her or his emotions, be it sorrow or pure what? Pure furor?
Furor?
That's what it looks like it says.
Mm-hmm.
Am I...
Where?
Right here.
Yeah, pure furor.
Okay. I also like the use of her or his instead of the other way around. Very nice. Their new album, A Lie We Don't Believe Anymore, is here. It took the band quite some time to come up with a sequel to the noticed debut album, A Pleasant Way to Die. Most of the music maïak creates... Sorry, I'm really struggling. Is a result of improvisations that just started and evolved around a simple original idea like a melody, a riff, a line, or even a noise. For each of the tracks they have composed for this new opus. They have struggled for months finding the right transition, cutting through whole segments, changing the order of elements, or chasing the climax they had reached without being then able to remember how they got there. I'm going to go ahead and call it for the description for now because I'm really fighting to read that. My eyes! My eyes! They burn!
Ah.
Oh, my eyes!
No flipping way.
Yeah, dude. Did you know Evan's fat? Evan's super fat. That's a big thing. He doesn't like me saying it, but he's hella fat.
I think I can go for some soup later.
Yeah, well, you know, you thinking a nice ice cream soup there, there, fatty?
Oh, you know what'd be good together?
What?
Ice cream and clam chowder.
Is that a specific reference?
Huh? Is it?
Do you not know the clam ice cream story?
Clam ice cream story.
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh, well, I'll have to tell you that here in a minute. But I was going to say, I love that on this short little fat shaming campaign we've made, I have shamed you a lot, and it has been reciprocated not.
Mm-hmm. I'm saving up for the big one.
I guess so. It'd be like, you're not thin. Thank you. That really hurt my feelings.
I'm like, I'm not into it. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna shame anyone. I'm not gonna be.
What do you mean?
I'm not gonna be mean or anything. And you're gonna get in your car tomorrow morning to fucking drive away, and your fucking tires are gonna be flat, slashed and shit.
Damn.
Oh, great.
I thought you were trying to make a joke to say my tires are gonna be flat because I was so heavy that I popped them.
Yeah, right.
Getting into my car.
Shit's
That'd have been
mean.
funnier. Jesus, fine. God. What were we talking about? Ice cream, clam ice cream. When I was a young boy,
I almost listened to that album.
as opposed to
3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge.
the thing you listened to a week ago.
Yeah,
Okay.
forever ago.
Yeah. I mean, there's still time.
Yes.
You can still do it. So, when I was a little younger, so much younger than today, I never needed clam ice cream in any way. I guess probably about 11 or 12 years ago, when I was a late teen,
This millennium is in its late teens.
Boy, you listen to me, would you? Yeah, that's true. When I was still in high school, my parents started taking us up to this small beach town up north in Washington called Birch Bay. We did this where we'd go up there 1 week out of every year. 1 week out of every year, we would go up to Birch Bay because my parents had a timeshare that they became suckers into getting down in Mexico. We were much, much younger. And so they would use up their timeshare points at this joint up in the name of the town that I've already forgotten, Birch Bay. We would stay up there for a week, and it was typically right around my birthday because my birthday is in August. And 1 year in particular, real quick addition, my dad would spend every summer, probably about half of every day there is in every summer, fishing and crabbing like a motherfucker, pulling just obscene amounts of sea life from the Puget Sound. This did not slow down while we were on vacation. He would take his boat up to Birch Bay and he would just start fishing and crabbing up there instead. One day in particular, while we were up there on this vacation, I had noticed late at night, well, I shouldn't say I had noticed late at night, I was kind of hanging out, I think with a friend. I think it was Devin and I were hanging out kind of late at night, and I saw in the freezer that there was some vanilla ice cream, and I was like, man, that sounds pretty good. And I went to pull it out to make like root beer floats or something, and there was some ice cream melted to the top of it. You know, it had that French vanilla look, kind of yellowish, beigeish yellowish look. And for some dumb reason, I thought, oh yeah, well, that's definitely vanilla ice cream. It just somehow melted from the inside, evaporated, and then like fucking precipitated back onto the ice cream container, as if that's a thing that even could happen. So I picked up the ice cream container and I licked what I'm positive must be vanilla ice cream, and it tasted like briny dog shit. And went, wow, okay, that's obviously not vanilla ice cream. I freak out. I put it back in there, and I'm, spitting shit out all over the floor. And I look, and right above this vanilla ice cream were bags full of dirty clams, full of dirty clam water that had been dripping down in the freezer. So dirty clam water froze to the top of this container of ice cream, and that's what I licked and thought it was vanilla ice cream. So I had clam ice cream that day.
Interesting.
Yeah. The importance for the setup there is they were in the freezer because my dad was going to use them as crab bait. You take those clams, you can smash them and put them into the little crab bait parts of the trap, and they smell it and come in there and want to eat it.
Yeah, I typically would just use, like, when I go crabbing, I just like put a can of like Progresso clam chowder on the end of my line, and then I cast my line out, and then a crab bites onto it. I guess I'm actually the only host now at this point, because Daniel just died.
You're giving me an aneurysm.
Holy crap!
Don't worry about it. You didn't give me a fucking aneurysm.
Was that Zendikar?
Yeah, probably. Also, what?
Zendikar.
Okay. Thank you for the clarification. That cleared up exactly.
Was that Zendikar? What? That was Zendikar.
Yeah. I'm really glad that we're friends right now. So that's what clam ice cream, that's where that came from. It was not awesome. I would give it 1 out of 10 stars on my Yelp review. If Mallard ice cream made it into a flavor, I'd probably still eat it because I really like Mallard ice cream. Their black pepper ice cream is super drony.
Remember when Nathan For You made all the disgusting froyo flavors?
The very first scene of the very first episode, he made poop flavored ice cream. Well, I think that was the only one he made that was gross, wasn't it?
Oh, is it?
I think I could be wrong, but I
don't know.
think that
it's probably is.
Yeah. He made poop flavored frozen yogurt. Stop putting your shoes on my couch, please.
He's trying to get all the dog poo off.
Yeah, I can tell. Fucking Scooby-Doo next door takes massive dumps in my yard.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
Yeah.
Where are you?
Scooby-Dooby-Doo took a poop, and now it's on the bottom of my white kids. I had to scrape it off. Anyways.
On my friend's couch.
On my friend's couch. That didn't rhyme, but that is what I did. Oh boy, I have a brain worm.
Yeah. You have a centipede?
If we talk about Sekiro one more fucking time today, I'm gonna actually scream.
Oh,
I really like the dissonance of this music. Can we talk about that?
Yes.
Okay. Good
Reminds
talk.
me of Omar Rodriguez Lopez.
Yeah, right?
Yep.
From the Mars Volta. Also, he was in At the Drive-In, wasn't he?
Yep.
Yeah, dude. Pretty cool.
Yep. It's very much his style, I think.
I wish I could start putting hot sauce on your hands before these episodes.
Oh, it feels good.
You know, if we ever go to a video format, you can't do that anymore, right?
Oh, sure.
Why am I alive? Why has God put me here to suffer? Have you forsaken me?
Yes.
Yes, but son, I've forsaken you. You must suffer.
Now watch this drive.
Correct.
Nice.
Yeah, dude. This band's cool. I'm not sure how crazy I am about Evan always touching his dick, but this band's pretty cool.
I just wish the vocals were louder.
Yeah, true. You could make the vocals. What would you make? What if you had to make the vocals for this track? What would you do?
I would go. Let's see. Okay, hold on.
Don't freestyle for the love of God.
Now watch this drive.
All right.
A lie we don't believe anymore. That's
This
the best
band
one.
is maïak, or whatever, however they pronounce it. Yeah, I get you. I see where you're coming from.
Except that maybe I'll try a different vocal style.
Yeah. You can always just sing Rocket Man instead.
Let me try that.
I'm a rocket man.
Hold on.
She packed my bags pre-flight. 0 hour, 9 a.m.
I can sing Rocket Man.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, that was something.
How about this? Somebody once told me the world was gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed.
I ain't the sharpest. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed.
And she was looking kind of dumb with her.
What accent are you doing?
I'm in the shape of her hair on her forehead.
What accent is that supposed to be?
Oh, fuck if I know.
It almost sounds like a really racist, like, Indian depiction. If you're like, this is what an Indian person, would sound like if somebody grabbed the tip of their tongue while they tried to talk.
Whoa.
That reminds me of that one, like, Monster Factory moment when they're doing, they're making Toucan Dan, or they're trying to get to it, the Bloodborne one, where they make the one character model. They're like, this looks racist for a race that doesn't exist.
That's like that Limbo of the Lost shit, too.
Yeah. Well, good night, everybody. No coming back from that.
Oh, my lord.
Limbo of the Lost. Known for its excellence. You about ready to move on, Evan? What do you think?
Yeah.
All right.
We've all had fun, you must agree.
Agree with me, and you will see.
Even though interactively.
What was that?
And in my view, he should be crowned.
Oh, yeah. All right. Enough. God. Okay, people. We're on with our fourth and last installment of the evening. This is Blueneck and their album Scars of the Midwest. I waste no time getting into the first track, The Hills. The Hills have eyes.
The hills are alive with the sound of music.
Yeah, well, Evan just watched The Sound of Music for the first time, and now he's acting like he fucking knows everything.
I didn't even watch it.
He watched it. He's just lying.
I've never seen that movie.
He's lying to you, the people, which is really rude, if you ask me.
Who do you believe, the known liar or the person who doesn't lie?
Who's the known liar, Evan?
You're the liar.
I don't think that's true.
He's the liar.
He's the liar. Shoot him.
Who would you believe?
Who would you believe if I put a gun in your hand and then aimed it at me and said, "Pull the trigger, motherfucker. Make my day." But he's the liar.
I'm not the liar. Why would you believe a liar?
Yeah, that's a really good question. But also, why would you believe him if he's trying to pit you against me? Question mark.
He's obviously trying to pit you against me.
Listen, Joseph, you've known me for how long now? We've known each other practically forever, right?
I know Joseph. He's a pansy.
Listen to me, motherfucker. Anything. I'm talking. Listen, I was there at your son's bris. Your son's bris. I was there for that. I was there when your wife made those really shoddy crab legs. I've been there for the hard times, the good times and the bad times. Joseph, you know me. I'm not known to be a liar. I sometimes lie, but that's only in self-defense. Why would I lie to you now? Shoot him. He's the liar. Also, he has a cabbage for a head.
I inhaled that surstrumming before it killed your son. So, obviously, he's the liar, so kill him.
No, Joseph, your son is still alive. Listen, he's on...
Yeah, okay, fine.
He's in the Dagobah system. Your son is in the Dagobah system. He's still alive.
Oh, my God.
He's a liar, Joseph. He sent your son away. His prices are for the birds. There's no meat on these bones. I wouldn't feed you to my family.
Okay, you know what, Joseph? You can kill me.
Yes, thank God.
You can kill me.
If you can catch me.
But the only condition is you have to kill him first.
Damn it! No!
But then the only condition is that you have to kill yourself first.
Yeah, but think about this, Joe. Can I call you Joe? He's a liar. So none of that is true.
He's a known liar. And when a known liar says someone's a liar, that means that they're... It has never
been in the public record that I have been a known liar. That is completely false, and it is exactly something that a liar would say.
Oh my God.
Evan has been convicted of 39 felonies, 46 of which were lying.
Accused of hundreds.
Yeah, accused of hundreds, acquitted for several, but 49... Wait. I can't even keep the lies straight anymore. Evan, how many times have you been prosecuted for being a liar? It's been a lot. Tell the truth.
At least, like a lot.
That's numeric. You know how many times I've been prosecuted for being a liar? None. Exactly none. But I did bludgeon a woman to death with her own stump leg.
Tony's getting married.
Tony's getting married. Oh, man.
Bullshit.
Yeah. That was fun though.
Oh lordy.
You're still a liar. Still love you though. Have you ever noticed that Old Spice doesn't taste nearly as good as it smells?
Allspice.
Allspice is alright. Old Spice just kind of tastes like bad.
Yeah, it kind of like has the consistency of like cheesecake. So I guess that
what? Cheesecake?
Yeah.
What fucking cheesecake have you been eating?
I just ate cheesecake last night.
Alright.
You know, it's
I'm pretty sure you didn't put it in your mouth and go, this reminds me of my roll-on deodorant.
Well, you use just that joint right there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gonna take a bite?
Yeah.
Go for it. I'd pay to see that.
Oh.
I would pay an amount of dollars and cents to watch you take a bite out of my deodorant.
I just rub patchouli under my armpits.
Yeah, I know. And in that, he is not lying.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Could you put me any lower?
Nepis is getting married. Damn, this is like the most like traditional post-rock thing I think we got so far.
Yeah, it's very nice. This does have actual singing in it too, which is very nice. It's getting there.
And I like the title, Stars of the Midwest.
Oh yeah, it's wonderful.
Is there like a bio for this one?
Fucking, let me find out.
I'm bio obsessed now. Wow, thanks for the context, guys. No, I'm joking.
It says the debut album released 2005.
2005, damn.
2005, goddamn. Been going at it for a while. Is that this album? I'm trying to.
I was in gosh dang middle school. Gosh dang it.
I don't care. Yeah, August 1st, 2005. Don't touch recordings.
Don't.
Hey, Evan.
Yes.
What'd you get me for Christmas?
I haven't thought of anything yet.
Okay. I was pretty confident you're going to be like, you keep asking me, I'm going to get you a knuckle sandwich.
Oh my god.
It's my favorite kind. Appreciate that, actually, if it was. Although, unfortunately, you have to get those from Subway, and I don't fucking eat at Subway anymore. I've told you why I don't eat at Subway, right?
Correct.
The meatball thing?
Meatball thing. What happened? Was there like an eyeball in it or something? Fingernail?
Yeah. I went to Subway once. I went to a Subway. I went to a Subway. I rode a Subway. I went to a Subway restaurant, and I ordered what I almost always got. It was a meatball marinara, which I used to really enjoy those. And one day in particular, I ordered a meatball marinara. I got back to my home to eat it. I took a bite, and there was a meatball within my sandwich that was so unfathomably overcooked. Like when I say what I'm about to say, like I really think that should. Yeah. Anyways, it was so insanely, incomprehensibly overcooked that I almost chipped my fucking tooth on a meatball. They cooked this thing to practical charcoal. I don't know if you can wrap your head around how fucking long you have to cook. And like, just to go on record, because I know somebody'd be like, did you maybe get a bone or was it something else? No, I pulled it out of my mouth. It was a meatball that had been cooked so incredibly long, presumably, or I don't know what the fuck they did to it. What the hell happened to it? But I almost fucking cracked my tooth on it. And I remember I almost never, honestly, like, if I have a problem with a restaurant, even if it's like, oh, I ordered this, unless it was completely the wrong thing. Like, if I go to a restaurant and I order enchiladas, and they're like, all right, here's the, I almost said the miso soup. Here's the, that's the wrong genre of food. Here's the, oh, goodness. What's the kind of soup that you used to always get that I can't think of the name of right now?
What kind of
Menudo.
soup?
There we go.
Menudo.
I'd be like, okay, that's definitely not even close to what I ordered. Then yeah, I'm going to say something. But typically, if it's just a matter of like, oh, I ordered this without lettuce, I won't eat it when it has lettuce. Like, honestly, I still don't make a complaint. I'll just be like, that's really frustrating. And I'll get pissed. Well, not pissed, but I'll get frustrated. But yeah, in this case, I was pretty outraged about the outcome of the sandwich. And I remember going back to the Subway and telling them, like, hey, I literally pulled a meatball out of here that I almost broke my goddamn tooth on. What the fuck?
Tooth on Arizona?
Tooth on Arizona. That's how I talked after this meatball sandwich. Anyways, I hope you guys are drinking water. Anyways, yeah, I almost broke my fucking tooth on the sandwich. I take it back to Subway, and I go like, hey, what the fuck happened? Because it's not even a matter of like...
What the fuck, guys? Seriously.
It's not even a matter of like... oh, hey, the sandwich is not great. It's like, what do you created a new fucking element in this sandwich? you created meatballium, and I almost broke my fucking tooth on it. What? Why? How? For why? And I asked them, and they're like, oh, okay, we could make you another one if you want. I'm like, so I could really break my tooth on it? And I've never gone back. I'm like, fuck you guys. They didn't accept a refund, which is insane to me, or feel that it was really a problem in any way. They're just like, I mean, we'll make you another one. I'm like, no,
I think that Subway is actually like the Subway restaurant chain is actually like each individual franchise is actually a secret. It's a front for a portal to hell.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I think that if you go into the back, like the employee area or the kitchen or whatever you call it.
Same thing. The break room / kitchen.
It's actually, there's a stairwell that goes down and leads into hell.
Fucking may as well.
The hell.
So I get that may sound kind of petty, that I'm like, I just legitimately will not fuck with Subway anymore at all as a result of that. But when you fuck something up to a degree that I can't wrap my head around how badly you fucked it up, I have no interest in a second chance.
I think that in your situation with the meatball, I think that they meant to prepare meatballs and put them in the thing, and they accidentally got one of like it's like Satan's like little snacks. It's like charcoal. Basically.
Yeah, maybe. I think what they might have done was just put in like a fucking rock into the stew that of which the meatballs were in. Yeah, just like a fucking. They're like, this literal rock looks convincing enough to think that somebody might have thought it was a meatball at one point.
Painted it to look like a meatball.
It is unfucking real, which is funny too, because this is truly more than anything why I think about that, and I genuinely don't understand, is when you cook meat, more often than not, especially when you slow cook something, you cook something like in an actual like sauce or a broth, it tenderizes. It becomes more tender over time. So what gives? How did you presumably slow cook it? Take something that is never hard and cook it to being hard.
You know, the thing that's most disappointing about this story
is that I didn't break my tooth.
Well, no, the most disappointing thing to me about this story is that Subway is making it like, I don't want them to sponsor our show because they are such a bad restaurant, but we need their support. So we need their monetary support.
Nope, I'm good
to keep rolling with the show.
I'll take support from literally any other restaurant, but fuck Subway.
So Subway,
McDonald's, Burger King, Dairy Queen, Carl's Jr., not Chick-fil-A.
I've actually been wanting to go. I might go to Carl's Jr. later because I noticed that they do the Beyond barbecue.
Yeah, I told you about
joint.
that.
I'm like, hey.
Oh, the barbecue one.
Yeah, so it's like a rodeo burger, but
the
actually
Western.
vegan.
Very nice.
I guess I'll get it with cheese, but...
Yeah, vegetarian. Still. Those Western burgers are fucking bomb, dude.
Because I was pretty disappointed with Booger King.
You're disappointed? Why?
Well, because I went in recently for a rodeo. I was like, hey, can I get the rodeo burger with the Beyond patty? And they're like, sure. And it was lame. It was like a little tiny squirt of barbecue sauce, like 2 onion rings. That's and shitty. It just wasn't good.
I went to Burger King recently, and I also had a bad experience. My experience that I recently had with Burger King, I could sum up as this, but is not representative of the situation. It, for the most part, went, welcome to Burger King, we are out of beef.
No way.
Yeah, which is not true to what happened, but it may as well have been true. What happened was I went there and I ordered what I wanted to order. I said I'd like a large number 4 with a raspberry Coke with no ice, which I don't go to Burger King that often, but that is what I get when I go there. Large number 4 raspberry Coke, no ice. And the Gemmerman who responded was like, that's not what he said. He said, okay, or whatever the fuck he said, but... he enters the thing and he goes, oh, hey, I just got here. Not looking forward to what comes after that statement. Oh, hey, I just got here and I'm being told that we cannot make any beef. I'm sorry? Yeah, we don't have any beef available. Why? Because the thing that we cook beef with, our charbroiler, is it's not working right now, so we're not actually able to make any beef. I'm like, your charbroiler actually makes everything else too. I don't know if you realize that, like, because it makes the beef,
How
it makes the chicken.
How can you claim to know more than a Burger King employee?
He didn't say. Like, dog, I got you. I'll get you something. Like, he was just like, oh, yeah, the charbroil is fucked up. That's the exact words. He said, it's fucked up. Shit's messed up. But no, he's like, yeah, our charbroil is busted, so we can't make any beef. I'm like, yeah, it means you can't make any grilled chicken. You can't make any Impossible burgers either. And he's like, that's true. And I said, so pretty much what you're saying is I could get ice cream or chicken nuggets. He's like, yeah, I mean, pretty much. Or I could get a fried chicken sandwich. Or fries. And I said, that's cool, I will have nothing. And as I was about to back out, a car
Someone
backed in right behind me.
You get stuck in the drive-thru.
I get stuck in the drive-thru for like 15 fucking minutes.
That happened to me at one time
I was pretty not happy.
At McDonald's, and I roll up and they're like, just so you know, we can't take card right now. Can't take cards.
Oh, man, yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, I've had that several times,
shit,
too.
There's already 2 people behind me, so I have to wait here for 10 minutes now. Yeah.
And I'm going to be hungry. I'm going to go hungry because, God forbid, I'm on my fucking way to work or, whatever else. Yeah.
Yep, lame.
Our systems are down. You don't happen to have cash, do you? No, I straight up don't have cash. Well, then we can't help you.
Well, I must say, they've given me free stuff at Burger King before because I throw on a pity party.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never gotten free shit from Burger King.
Just like in the way of like, oh yeah, here, put it on my card. Oh, my card doesn't work. What the hell? I just checked it. I had, this much money on there. You know what? You're good. Go ahead. It's like, oh, you're the best. So, anyways.
I had times back when I was broke as a joke where I would go in and not realize that I literally had no money, go to use my debit card, and they'd like give me the drink, and then they'd try my card, and they're like, yeah, it's actually saying it's declined. They'd be like, oh, fuck. I'm sorry. Do you have another card? Like, no, I don't. And they'll be like, you can keep the drink. Which is cool. I've never had anybody be like, well, here's your whole order anyways. Yeah. Bananas. Ow. God damn it.
Holy shit. Got stung.
Yeah, that actually really hurt.
Yeah.
Carl's Jr. is good. They got them fried zucchinis.
So before the podcast ends, I'll say something about the band, actually. Blueneck.
Oh, yeah, please do.
Really good. Reminds me of No Man a little bit.
Yeah, No Man. No Man's cool, too.
Yeah.
A Man might be slightly better than No Man, but No Man's pretty good. Now I like No Man better. No Men in general would be really good.
Can't pressure sores.
What did you just say?
Getting ass sores.
I think they make a cream for that.
No way. Bristol, UK. The Midwest. Wasn't that something?
You know what's interesting? We haven't featured a single American artist on this episode. That's pretty cool. So we got Bristol, UK. We got Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. We got Serbia, and we had Sweden. No, Switzerland. Sorry, Geneva, Switzerland. That's cool.
Yes.
So it reminds me a little bit of the Antlers, which I'm not really a big fan of the Antlers, but this reminds me of the parts of the Antlers that I do like. I like their chill, their like a lot of the atmosphere that they make. I'm not super crazy about the singy parts too much. Not, I mean, with this band I like, but not with the Antlers. I mean,
it's beautiful.
Yeah.
But I think I am all talked out.
Yeah, me too. My brain is becoming that of a shit pudding, as sometimes it do by the end of the night. Evan, do you have any closing thoughts before your head is removed from your body? Permanently?
What's that thing from Skyrim?
He goes,
Imperial. I hope that
bees chuggle, please.
you know that guy in the intro when he gets his head chopped.
Yeah.
off?
I knew what you were talking about.
Imperial. Are your gods smiling on you?
I think he says ancestors.
Ancestors. Yeah.
Yeah, your ancestors smiling on you because I know mine are on me, or something like that.
Yeah. So that's what I'll say before
Okay.
I get beheaded.
I'd like to say, oh, you've finally woken up.
What the fuck?
Or no, what is it? So you're finally awake. That's what it is. It's the very first line of dialogue in Skyrim. Oh, so you're finally awake.
Did you know that I made Skyrim?
All right, good night, everybody. Don't smoke meth. If you're going to ride a horse bareback, at least wash it first. It's probably not a great idea to put hot sauce on the inside of your eyelids. If you've got to...
Fuck!
If you absolutely have to, try and make sure the Scoville level is as low as possible. A nice Tabasco, you may be okay. I don't think I'd go up to Dave's Insanity.
Dave's Insanity?
Yeah, Dave's Insanity.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's going to do it for us. Shut up, please.
Dave's Insanity workout.
That's going to do it for us here with my brother and me. Kiss your dad square on the lips.